Another one of the symbols I find to be very interesting that's used quite often around the world today, but a lot of people don't know how it's connected to the religions of today, and that is a magic wand. Magic wands, we've heard in stories galore from children from childhood days about magicians who use a magic wand. Well, the magic wand is just what it says it is. It's some sort of a branch of a tree that has been consecrated and made holy by blessings from the priest, and now it has a magical quality that can do things that humans can't do. The Druid priests, they used the wood of a holly tree. They used Hollywood. And that's where we get the term today, Hollywood, and the magic of Hollywood. Today we have Hollywood, we have Mickey Mouse waving a magic wand. On the left side we also have actual real magic wands as they are made today in Europe. And of course orchestra leaders and orchestra conductors, they lead the music with a magic wand. And a lot of people haven't thought about that, but that's what it is, a magic wand. So here we have a picture of Moses where he is conjuring up the spirits in the universe with a magic wand. That's very interesting. Moses with a magic wand. In the ancient Roman Empire, the most important god at the height of Rome's power in the world was a god named Mithra. Mithra was a sun god. And according to the Roman explanation of their god, he was not only a sun god, but he did his miracles with a magic wand. Now here we have Jesus raising Lazarus from the tomb. And you will see that Jesus is using a magic wand. How many Christians know that all throughout Europe and around the world, Christian churches have Jesus working his miracles with magic wands? A lot of people don't know that, so we hear all about the magical things that Jesus was able to do, but here in the actual churches, we see that Jesus is doing his miracles with a magic wand. The importance of this is to point out that people do not realize that in Christianity, the understanding in the ancient world and in the medieval world was that these religious figures like Jesus were doing their miracles with magic wands. But it's actually legitimate, de jure, real magical system of controlling people's minds and directing their spirits and their hearts and being able to direct our civilization through magical symbols and magical words. The Druid system was the system. So anyone who was a doctor, a lawyer, a judge, any position of any power, they were Druids. One of the most important symbols of power in the Druid community was a magic wand. Many people have always seen Mickey Mouse with his magic wand and Merlin the magician with his magic wand. The symbol is, you cling to my truth. I don't listen to you, you listen to me. Magic wand tells you what you can and can't do. So the magic wand represented magic. And it's interesting that magic wands were always made out of the wood of a holly tree, made out of Hollywood. But once you begin to understand the words and the terms and begin to see the implications of the people that run Hollywood and the people that run religion and the people who run your world, we begin to see that the human race is now in serious trouble. Why? Because we were all innocent. We're born into a system and we just accept the system and never ever suspect that something very evil and something very dark has been going on for thousands of years before your grandmother was born. And we've been born into it and accepted it and never realizing we are being played by a higher intelligence in the universe. Today we have a place called Hollywood in which we talk about the magic of Hollywood. No, it is magic. You better go back and do some homework and find out what's really going on in Hollywood. They tell you what your masters have already done in the past, what your masters of the earth are doing right now, and what they're getting ready to do. We get a lot of our ideas about magic from the ancient Druids. They were very magical and knew things about the universe that we don't know. And so one of the most important symbols of power in the old ancient Druidic system was a magic wand. like Merlin the Magician with his magic wand, and the orchestra conductors. It's made out of the wood of a holly tree. It's made out of Hollywood. That's where we get the term Hollywood, because magic wands were always made out of the wood of a holly.
So do you think they use stuff like movies about aliens and things to ease people to kind of get used to that? Is that sort of a bet on it?